Hey guys, Sean here. I'm going to do a special video, but this is going to be like two parts because I'm doing my DC collection, so I'm doing two parts. This will be kind of part one, the like animated stuff, and then part two is going to be the live action stuff. Although I think with that one, considering how much I have of live action, that in itself might be two parts. Don't know yet, but we're going to start with the animated stuff. I've also included some video games, and also there was like a Scooby-Doo thing that involves Batman, so throw that in. But let's start with the Lego Batman movie. Now, this I saw in theaters, and I had a really good time with it. I liked all the throwbacks to the various Batman stuff out over the years, like the prior movies. I think they threw in some stuff in the animated stuff. I even like they brought back Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. That I thought was really clever and a nice throwback to the '89 movie. And they even bring up some events. Like, there's one scene in the beginning where they mention the thing with the two boats in The Dark Knight, which I thought was really well done. Now, if I had any nitpicks with this movie, it's sort of like the third act where they bring in all these other DC characters for, I guess, promotional reasons to promote WB, I guess. But it is what it is. And one minor thing is that so they have Voldemort in this movie because Harry Potter's a Warner Brothers property, and I did say that the third act brings in various Warner Bros. Characters. But they also have Ralph Fiennes as Alfred. Now, I wish they had Ralph Fiennes as Voldemort, and then the actor who plays Voldemort, I think his name is Eddie Izzard. I wish they had him play Alfred. So I just wish Izzard and Fiennes had switched roles. But that's like a minor thing in this movie. The rest of the movie's fucking kick-ass. I'm going to do these four together because they're simply video games. The Arkham Trilogy and Injustice: Gods Among Us. Injustice: Gods Among Us kind of serves as the inspiration for the Nightmare timeline for the Nightmare Future timeline in Batman v Superman and Zack Snyder's League, which I thought was really cool. This is basically like a Mortal Kombat kind of thing with DC characters. It's really what it is. And then, like I said, the Arkham Trilogy. I don't have Arkham Knight because that's on Xbox One, and I only have Xbox 360. Minor complaint with this video game is that the main villain is supposed to be Black Mask, but like halfway through Black Mask is the Black Mask we see through most of the game is just revealed to be a Joker in disguise. Like, he's kind of taken over Black Mask's operations and other stuff, and it's like, why couldn't you just keep the villain Black Mask? Why did you have to shove the Joker in here? Now, I'm not saying Troy Baker does a bad job, because Troy Baker does do a good, like a bang on him, Mark Hamill impression. Like, honestly, if you wouldn't have known that it wasn't Hamill, you would have assumed it was him, but it's not him. That's how good it sounds, though. So, there's that. Batman Under the Red Hood. This is one of my favorite animated Batman movies. This was in the DC Universe animated original movies lineup that they had been doing since, I think, Gen 7 with Superman Doomsday. I think this was like number 10 they did. I don't remember. But basically this is based on the comic arcs Death in the Family and Under the Hood, so basically what I've read is that Jason Todd was a dick character in the comics where fans didn't even like him. So what they did was they had this call-in thing. One number was you could have him killed off. The other number was to keep him alive. Well, the kill Jason off number got a lot of hits, like I should say. And so they wrote a Death in the Family to kill him off, which I assume they did with Joker beating him to death by the crowbar, because that's what's in this movie. And then eventually, years down the line, they brought Jason back as the Red Hood. And they changed it in this to the Lazarus Pit, which I thought was a great choice because they say the Lazarus Pit makes you crazier than, like, you come out of the Lazarus Pit crazier than you went in. It makes Jason kind of ambiguous. It makes Jason now as kind of ambiguous because we see Jason in flashbacks showing like homicidal tendencies. It makes you wonder now, was Jason always this brutal with criminals? Because he even says to Bruce in the flashbacks that they should be showing more brutality among criminals. But it makes you wonder, has Jason always been like this? Or is it just the pit that makes him has gone crazy? or option C, has the pit just amplified what was already there. I think we're left to decide that ourselves. And I actually like that idea. So I know though, if they do put Red Hood in a future movie, please have Jensen Ackles in the voice as the very least the voice, because I think he kills it in this movie. This is my favorite animated Batman movie of all time, The Dark Knight Returns. I really enjoy this movie, and I say this movie even though I'm holding two, because this is essentially a one movie split into two parts, because these movies are generally an hour and 15 minutes, and for them to adapt this whole thing, they had to do it in two parts. This Long Halloween, and I think The Death and Reign of Superman were the only three that I think were in two parts. Although this and Long Halloween definitely were the two parts, because they're the ones that say one part two. But there is a Blu-ray release of this. There's a Blu-ray DVD release called the Deluxe Edition, where it's both these combined into one movie, and I would love to get it on Blu-ray eventually. And then get rid of these discs. Like sell them off to Disc Replay or something. Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, and then I guess Batman Beyond the movie, I guess. I don't know. Basically, Sub-Zero was supposed to be a tie-in to Batman and Robin, but because Batman and Robin, for lack of a better phrase, shat the bed, they delayed Sub-Zero for a bit, and it became its own thing, really. So the plot of this is basically Victor Freeze's wife, Nora, is dying, and she's like a disease. I don't remember what they said it was, but she's dying and needs a heart transplant, and she has a rare blood type. So what Freeze does, he looks on the donor list, and quite conveniently, Barbara Gordon has the exact same blood type. So Freeze kidnaps her in order to harvest her heart and put it in Nora's body. Don't know why Freeze couldn't use a dead donor, but we have to have Barbara in peril somehow, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, Batman Superman World's Finest movie, or movie World's Finest. This is basically 3 episodes of the Superman animated TV show, cobbled together into an hour-long movie, and it's basically Bruce and Clark working together to confront Lex and Joker, really. That's really what it is. It's not really much of anything. Batman Beyond Return of the Joker, basically, this is based on a TV show in the 2000s, in the late 90s, early 2000s, where Bruce is now in his 50s or 60s. There's a new Batman in town named Terry McGinnis, and somehow Joker has risen from the dead. And Terry has to figure out how Joker came back and, I guess, put him down again or something. I don't know. Batman Year One, this is based on a Frank Miller comic. I think Frank Miller did this one. Yep, based on the graphic novel by Frank Miller. This served as kind of an inspiration for Batman Begins. And basically, this is essentially the origin of Batman. How Bruce became Batman, really. And like I said, it served as partly the inspiration for Batman Begins. Oh, and also, fun fact, the guy who plays Batman in this, Ben McKenzie, actually appears in the Gotham TV show as Gordon, which I thought was kind of funny. And Gordon here is played by Bryan Cranston. So I thought that connection was kind of funny, that Ben McKenzie appears as Gordon in Gotham. I thought that was kind of funny. And then finally we have Scooby-Doo Meets Batman, which is basically just 2 episodes of the new Scooby-Doo movie put on one disc. And I added this in here because, like I said, it's Scooby-Doo and Batman. It's Batman related, so I had to throw it in. So yeah, basically this is where Scooby and the gang meet Batman, and Batman and Robin basically help Scooby and the gang with a couple cases, and they ironically involve Batman. And they ironically involve Joker and Penguin, basically. So that's it. That's my animated collection. Hang on. That's my animated collection here. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will catch you guys later.